So I think if we get to
Yeah,
Tamia, so she is my favorite female vocalist. I always remember when she did you put a move in my heart because is
yeah, she's amazing.
that is the Lady in My Life Part Two because it was written by Rod Temperton, produced by Quincy, and the Lady in My Life from the Thrill album is my favorite all-time favorite song. So when she did you put a move in her heart, that
Mm,
was the Part Two of Lady in My Life. She has such a unique vocal voice, distinctive. I just love her.
yes,
Then you guys did that,
yes.
and so to you, which it's just an amazing song. I mean, how did you
Thank you.
did the music come first and then the lyrics? So how did you create that track?
The music came first because Tim had that sample that from the Commodores. He was messing with that sample,
Hmm.
and because that's what a lot of times Tim would be at home like messing with the sample, and I would hear, I'd be, oh man, that's sick. So he's messing with that, and so we pretty much what we would like to do. We would like to literally write the song right then and there while the artist is there. But a
Mm.
lot of times we would think of the ideas of the tracks before we get to the studio. Like he'll be like, "Hey, check out the sample I found." Like that one, for example. It's a dope sample. So when we got to the studio, we knew the way the song felt. We already were thinking ahead about radio. We're always thinking ahead about,
Um,
okay, I wanted this to be a song that I can sit down and play for my mom and I ain't gotta feel weird. We
yeah,
always
yeah.
wrote from that perspective. And so into you, that's because those chords, you do those chords on a song, you almost have to, you almost can't mess it up because like that chord progression is it's going to make a person feel it's such a warm progression. Like
Mm.
it evokes like a happy feeling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That particular chord progression, irregardless of what melody you put on it. So we wanted to say something that facilitated that the way that track already felt and was a good companion to the way the track felt.
Mm.
And so I think first Tim came up with the hook. I feel like what you went to me, what you really explain it. I'm so weak. Like, so he's singing me the hook. So immediately he's singing me the hook. I'm like, so I'm already thinking of the verse. Again, we work like this.
Wow.
We never sat down like, okay, let's write the first verse. Okay. Um, when I woke up this morning, we never write like that. It'd be like, if some one of us had a hook, oh, that's your hook? Okay. All right, what's the concept? Okay, cool. All right, I'll be back. Then one of us come back with a verse. Oh, that's your verse? Oh, that's it. You know what? You should, you should change that second line because the pre-chorus I got, I'm saying that can put up a different line right there. Oh, okay, cool, cool.
Wow.
So we got to the point we could do a song without even talking to each other. Like once we had the concept. And so going back to So Into You, he had the hook. So already I'm like, I've been like what you done. I'm so into you. So then I'm like, I'm already knowing, okay, I'm gonna start off very from a general perspective with every passing. First I get the melody. Dun, 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 dun. And so I'm already trying to think of a melody that's kind of somewhere going with the beat because I'm already thinking ahead like, okay, if I do a melody and it acts somewhere with a kick or a snare, it'll be easier for the person to remember
Mm.
on a subconscious level. Every time that and so the song will eventually start writing itself. So then the time for the pre-chorus to come up. I think of you. Tim came up with a brilliant idea. He said, "Oh man, let's take the pre-chorus that we had did. We had did a song on Destiny's Child before they was even Destiny's Child. They were called the Dolls. They were
Okay.
15. Like Beyonce was 15 when we first worked with her. 14. And so we had did this song with him. I can't remember the name of the song, but I think you're truly something. That was literally the pre-chorus in that song. Probably 10 years before that, probably longer. So Tim said, hey, let's put that pre-chorus on that song we had did on Beyonce and them. And I was like, dang, that actually, and it worked.
Wow.
I think you're truly something. And the song was written like that.
Did Beyonce ever find out that
That's simple. Like we wrote the song in probably 10 minutes.
Wow. Did Tamia come in?
Well, you gotta think. Yeah, she found out later. Yeah, she found out later. I'm sure she really realized it once the song came out. Like, oh wow, that's a song from, I can't think of the name of the song that we did on there. It'll come to me. But anyway, so yeah, but things like that happen,
But did
half
Tamia,
of 112's first album.
Oh no, before we get to 112, what about Tamia? Did she come in to do some work? 3 or 4 of those
songs was
Tamia, I'm sorry, go ahead. Did Tamia come in later to join in with the writing?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So she was right there as we're doing all this, because again, she's just getting into writing at that point.
Okay.
So I had wrote the first verse, and then Tim was like, oh yeah, that pre-chorus worked. And Tim already had the hook. So now there goes the second verse. So I go to Tamia, I said, Tamia, come write the second verse.
Oh, so you invited
this was before she didn't have any confidence as a writer. She was like, okay. I said, it's very simple. I said, just follow the melody. Just let's stay close to that melody, because we want to, have the listener remember that melody. Something I learned from Dallas, whether he realized it or not. Dallas would always make his verses. His verses would be so catchy the way he would write them. They would almost feel like a hook. Like for example, the 22nd of loneliness, so many things. I love my man when the line is thick. Like his verses are so easy to remember. So I always would think of Dallas in that sense. Like, what would Dallas do, right? Because he makes his verses so catchy. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Like he always made his verses so catchy, they almost feel like hooks. That's what I would think about the songs like So Into You. Because it's moving right with the kicks, it's moving right with the music. Nothing's fighting with each other. It's easy. You don't have to do any work to listen to it. So this is what I'm thinking about when I'm writing that. So sitting with Tamia, I'm saying, let's stay close to that melody. Here's what we've talked about so far. These are, this is the concept. You can hear it. It's very simple. All you got to do is just elaborate more on what the first verse is saying. Is it the way you hold me? Is it the things you say? I'm not too sure what it is, but man, I like feeling this way. Like, I was like, that's perfect. She's like, really? It's like, yes. That's all it needs. It doesn't need anything else. Because this is just about the song. This is not about like coming up with the greatest lyrics or coming up hitting these really nice chords, and like we have to make this about the song. And so and that the song was written that fast.
Why did you ask her to write? Because why did you invite her to write? Because I would have thought more publishing for yourselves if you did it without.
Number one, so we wanted her to feel a part of the record. Okay. We wanted her to feel a part of the record, and we knew. Yeah, and so like, of course, we could have easily finished writing it ourselves. But number one, we wanted to start a relationship with her. At the time, now mind you, this is before her and Grant got together. So she was really concerned about publishing. It was like, I want to be involved in the writing. Grant came in the picture. It was funny because we worked with her after she got married. She didn't care. She couldn't care less about the writing, did. Oh, I won't say that, but she wasn't as in a hurry to grab the pen, shall I say. She cared about it. She did, actually. But Grant is super cool, by the way. But anyway, we wanted her to feel a part of the record, and we just wanted to like, because if we could get her to champion for it too, when we go back to Sylvia Rome, it'd be the three of us, not just me and Tim saying, yeah, this is the one, this is the one. So we want her to feel part of it.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I did miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice meant in all spirits.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.